So my situation with the exit strategy, or not even, I'm not even gonna call it a strategy. The great exit, the exodus. Okay, I would liken it to a car accident. I would liken it to a car accident. Today's date is August. What is today's date? 31st, I think, something like that. On or about the August 31st, 2023. Okay. So the exit, the exodus, I would liken this to like a a stop sign, a a four-way stop sign where two cars collide. One car runs a stop sign and slams into the other car. Slams into the, we'll just label it the victim car. Okay, not for whatever reason. Brakes may have failed. You know, you had bad brakes on the car, bad parts on the car. You had bad parts on the car. May not have even been the brakes, might have been the cylinder, the juice, the water that was in the car. Maybe it's leaking oil under the tire. When you went to stop, it slid into you. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, one was at fault, one was not at fault. Unbeknownst to the other, okay? One at fault, one not at fault. It's very clear cut. There's no question or any of that garbage. Very clear cut. All right. So it comes time for the one to take care of the other because he was just going about his business, doing what he does, and this car slams into him. This is basic. I'm trying to keep this as basic as possible. In any given situation, you cannot ask that person who is the victim of the car accident to befriend the person that slammed into him. That is not the relationship status here. That is not how that should work. Under any circumstances ever does that happen. It is very simple. Very simple. When you show up, very simple. Compensate and move on. Very, very simple. You weren't in the same car. You were in separate cars. You're two separate individual entities on earth, both created by God. You're driving two separate cars coming from two separate stop signs. One is at fault, one is not. Very clear-cut situation. And you shouldn't have to play games back and forth forever. There's no way anybody should have to play games back and forth. There should be no one, no family who comes to the house to beat the guy up with baseball bats because he didn't want him to show up at court for an accident, when it could have just been treated like an accident and everybody went on about their way. Injury, accident, everybody move on, nobody looks back, and there you go. Could have just been just that easy. No one comes to the house with baseball bats. No one comes and throws rocks through your window every single day, perhaps even causing you bodily harm and all this other weird stuff. None of that had to happen ever. Not ever. It only had to be kept as simple as possible. No one had to become, I didn't have to become a relative of the person who slammed into me at the stop sign. That doesn't happen. No one asks you for your birth certificate when you slam into someone. No one asks to change your name. Beat you up. Lie on you and say that the accident was your fault, even though half the friggin' town was standing around watching the person run the stop sign. Very clear who ran the stop sign. And basically, no one cares who ran the stop sign. No one even cares. But at a point, it just becomes too complicated when people try to turn it all around on you, make it seem like you have to repent for something that they did to you. Have to atone for something that they did to you. Stop it. For real. And yeah, I'm sure I'll probably end up with a lot of backlash on it. That don't matter at this point anyway. That does not matter, not one single bit. Because I'm tortured every day anyway. So who cares? Someone shows up every day to break my windows. Now, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people with this. There's going to be people threatening me, drive by the house, threaten my kids, probably throw them some drugs or something. I don't know. Whatever they do, whatever people do what people do. My daughter probably only weighed like 100 pounds now. Plot to destroy people, strip their lives away, their livelihood, all this other garbage. When all you had to do is when you ran the stop sign, take care of people and move on. Not everyone needs to be your son because you ran a stop sign. No one needs to be your son because you ran a stop sign. And I'm just really starting to get irritated now. I do not like being irritated. I really don't. This is why I know I'm good alone on this planet. I'm definitely good alone. This is why I'm not too fond of human beings as all together. I'm just not too fond of human beings. I love those who act like humans, who show some love, who have love in their heart, who have God, who have understanding, empathy. Enough is enough. Just clean it up so the planet can move on, because I got other things to do. All this right here is not even important. I have other things to do. There's children out here in caves or something that needs to be saved. There's underground networks of slavery that's going on right now, today, that needs to be taken care of. Real important shit. Like actual important stuff. You could be planting fields of hemp or something so the planet will be able to sustain the people who are on it. Got other stuff to do. Instead of this dramatic thing back and forth that has been turned into one giant gladiator game, because that's what this is at the end of the day. A live action gladiator game. That's what this is. A live action gladiator game. Where I'm the punching bag. I'm on the offensive side, as they call it. This is why I give people sports, so they can understand how this works. The difference between offensive and defensive. The person who beats me up is on the defensive side. You got refs, all these moving parts. Well, if you can move that much, move around. We got other stuff to do on the planet. And not everybody wants to be in the same building with you. A lot of people are going to be pissed off at this. My life will probably be threatened for this, I'm sure. Okay? A lot of people are not going to like this. Just got to say it for what it is. I have better shit to do. And I don't have time to deal with dark-hearted people while doing it. I'm trying to walk through life expressing love and moving on with the things that I should be doing. I'm not trying to be held up by a car accident. If it's an accident, pay for the accident so I can move on. I don't care what you do over there with that. Whatever you were doing before I got there, continue what you're doing. That got nothing to do with that. Whatever you were not doing, continue whatever it is you were not doing. I don't care. That's my whole point. It's too slow for me. God has sent me to do higher things. To show people love and a little bit of patience. I've been patient long enough. I think I've been patient enough. Okay? Going back and forth with all this rigmarole, while it's entertainment for a lot of people, I think I've been hella patient. And a lot of people would just prefer me to just be quiet. Which, honestly, I do prefer to be quiet. But that don't mean I'm going to be sitting here and be poked at all day, every day. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Not forever. While we play gladiator games with in the physical. Not for pretend, in real time. While we sit here and play some damn gladiator games back and forth. With everybody and their mother in on it. Everybody and their mother. Look, and don't be talking about no police and all that either. Some of them in on it too. Some of you law enforcement in on it too. Lawyers, doctors. A lot of y'all in on it too. Let's deal with the accident at the intersection. Get that taken care of, out of the way, so I can move on and get away from these dark-hearted people. Before these people end up taking my life, and I don't have time to be standing around here waiting for that to happen. And I'm definitely not going to be silent while it happens, because I'm not the silent type. God is my witness. This is the last time I'm going to have this conversation. This is it. Now, somebody's going to try to switch this up and call me something that I'm not. They're going to try to fix me into something that I'm not. That's why I'm recording this too. So I can definitely be able to point back at it and say, no, I said this, this, and this. So no one can make something up along the way. Enjoy your day. And don't forget to smile for people who have forgotten how to. Enjoy your day.